Yeah, so thank you very much and welcome to our session this afternoon. And from where you have come from, different universities. Today we have a discussion with the insurance students who are specializing in risk and insurance. And our discussion goes around how do we empower students to be able to understand the job market, to be able to get skills while they are in school, to be able to earn, invest, and then become financially stable. And today we are privileged to have one of our partners, which is our Wanafunzi Investment Trust, to be able to take us through what Wanafunzi has for students, the different products they have for students, and how can we benefit from that. So I'll wish to give this chance to the chairperson of the Insurance Students Association, Mr. Dominic, if you can hear me. Is Dominic in the meeting? I can't see him. Yeah, anybody from the executive who can, actually Dominic, I've seen him coming. Anybody from the executive, I can just, you raise your hand, I'll unmute you to speak so that you can give us the opening remark, then we start the session. So Dominic, I don't know if you can hear me. He's trying to join, I can see. Harriet, are you able to speak? Harriet? Harriet, are you able to speak? Okay, probably we'll give you a chance at the end of the session to be able to discuss. So Corporate Career Academy has been working with the students, and we continue working with you to ensure that we support you in career development. One of the key areas we have realized, and that is common in your area of interest, which is insurance and risk. It is the fastest growing industry in this country, and the industry requires professionals. These professionals require some skills. So what Corporate Career Academy is doing is to partner with the organizations that are able to give students some level of experience, some level of earning, so that by the time you come to the corporate world, you find yourself easy to adjust to the corporate world. So for insurance students, we've been able to partner with Wanafunzi Unit Trust, which is housed within Strathmore Business School. So Wanafunzi also works with the Wanafunzi, the mother company to Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. We are privileged to have Daniel Ochieng with us today. Daniel is the MD Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. He'll be able to let us know what is Wanafunzi Investment Trust, why about it. He'll also be able to mention how the Wanafunzi Insurance Agency works, our partnership, and how you stand to benefit. I want to encourage those of us who are in this meeting, if you take this opportunity and start gaining this experience, you'll be amazed at how you'll grow when you come to the corporate world, because by the time you are done with this program, you could have been trained, you could have gotten an opportunity to work with the biggest insurance companies in this country. So you'll also be able to let us know the companies they work with, and then from there we'll have questions and answers, then we'll be good to go. Maybe without much ado, Mr. Daniel, I know I've not introduced all the titles. You are free to include what I've forgotten. So I can allow you to unmute yourself and then address these students. So these are students from our universities. And in this session, we are talking to students who have specialized in risk and insurance. A good number of them are in third year, fourth year, and then there are some few who have already completed and are awaiting graduation. So Daniel, welcome to our session this afternoon, this evening, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. It's quite interesting that we get to see a number of students gathering together to always be on the lookout on opportunities. And by virtue of you being here today and listening to the call from Livingstone to actually be here today, it shows how serious and dedicated you are about not only your campus life currently, and of course, your post-campus life. So Livingstone, if you can allow me to share the screen.
Yes,
okay,
I've allowed you. Yes, you can.
All right, fantastic. So I'm just going to share the screen to just allow us go through a brief presentation on why insurance is, why Wanafunzi Insurance Agency, why the Unit Trust Fund, why the partnership with CCA, and how best we can have you engage and benefit the most from this session today. So I'll just share my screen. All right, I hope you can see my screen. Livingston, can the screen be seen?
Yes, the screen is very visible.
Okay, asante sana. Thank you very much. Feel free to text any questions you may have on the chat as I go on with the presentation. And I'm open to hear from you more than what I have to present. So pay attention and have as many questions as possible ready for me to take you through right as I go through the presentation. So of course, where the presentation today is about Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. I'll begin with a brief introduction about myself. My name is Daniel Ocheng. I'm the current managing director of the Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. It is a subsidiary of the Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund. So the Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund, I'll just play a short video clip now to just explain to you what the Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund is from the perspective of the chairman, and then I'll explain to you why the Unit Trust Fund, because why the insurance agency, because there's a reason behind Wanafunzi and the insurance agency. I hope you can all see the video playing.
Investment Trust Fund. The idea behind the is that what we want is to try to change the culture of especially the youth of Kenya. You'll find that many young people will spend money that they don't even have. Now, you know, one has to keep in mind that if we want to be the best in the world, if we want to have a really world-class economy here, it's not going to depend on the Americans giving us aid. It's not going to depend on the Germans and other people giving us aid and Chinese giving us aid. We have to work ourselves. But you know, they get their boom at university and they go and spend it. They spend more than what they have even. They'll borrow to spend it. I've lent money to youngsters. I've never seen that money back. So what we've got to understand, in order to make Kenya go forward economically, we have to become economically independent. Now that means that each one of us has to be economically independent. Now, if I've got savings in the bank, I lose my job, I can live on my savings. I needed to start a business. I was looking yesterday at a young man, Obado is his name. He's now been running his own business for 30 years, but he started that business with his savings. Now, if you, when you come out of university, have savings rather than debt, obviously you have a degree of independence which a person who has no savings does not have. So the whole idea here is to try to get young Kenyans to save money so that when they come out of university, when they come out of their course in a TVET, whenever they come out of a course in anything, they will be able to start their business on their own because they have their own savings. Now, what, as you and I are sitting here talking, what is Kipchoge doing? Eliud Kipchoge is out training. Even though there's no Olympics, he's training. He's maintaining his fitness. And you never become the best in the world by pumzika. You become the best of the world in working hard. And that's what every one of us has got to do in Kenya, because we need to be the best of the world. My name is Dr. James Boyd McPhee. I'm the chairman of Wanafunzi Unit Trust Investment Fund. In addition to that, I lecture accounting subjects at Strathmore University Business School, really. Then also I'm the chairman of Sassini PLC. It's a tea and coffee and now macadamia and avocado company. I'm also on the board of the Standard Media Group, and I'm also on the board of SBM Bank Kenya Limited. It's the bank that took over Chase Bank and also Fidelity Bank. And then I'm also the convener of the Registration and Audit Quality Assurance Committee of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya.
All right. I think you have understood the background of Wanafunzi investment and why it exists, and that just gives us an overview of why Wanafunzi investment exists. It's just to give you the platform for you to invest money while you're in campus, just like the same way the millionaires are investing money. You also have the chance now to put the small shillings you have, 20 shillings a day, towards a pool, just like the investors, the big investors, and have yourself succeed and benefit from the interest as well that the big investors get together. So when we come together as students, if we divert the money that we're spending a lot on probably going out on parties and all that, and put that money into investments, we are more likely to secure our future after campus. You can imagine finishing campus and your money has been properly invested by the Nairobi Stock Exchange, by the Kenya Bankers Association, by the Commission of University Education, who sits, all those sit on the board to make sure that the students' investments are really protected, one, and two, invested properly. So they've really come together to make sure that this Wanafunzi Investment Trust Fund is for the biggest benefit of students. So if we're telling students, the least student to save 20 shillings a day, many students were coming to us and saying, you really want us to save, but we don't have that money. We live hand to mouth. We get a very little pocket money that's not enough for us to actually survive in campus. How do you expect us to earn money? And that's where the idea of Wanafunzi Insurance Agency came about. So it came about because we were encouraging students to set money aside, to save. We have an amazing board. We have a regulation by the Capital Markets Authority to actually give you a platform to invest money just like the big investors in the market, but you didn't have the access to money to start saving. So we started the insurance agency so that you are able to join others to make money from commissions from insurance sales, and that insurance sales, then now you can be able to say that I can save for my life after campus. So that's the idea of how the Wanafunzi Insurance Agency came to birth and why the Wanafunzi Insurance Investment Unit Trust Fund exists. So you can just imagine a situation where the CEO usually shares a story that there is this student who used to be a watchman during the night, and then during the day he has to rush for lectures in school. But if he just had one insurance policy, for example, a life insurance policy, and he's earning 8K every month from that life insurance policy, that student's life is changed forever, and he will have to spend his nights now studying as opposed to being a watchman in the evenings. We all have our own unique stories on how and why when we sell insurance policies, we're able to then benefit and reap off the effects from the commission of money in the investment platform that now exists, called the Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund. So I hope I've given you an overview of why the Investment Unit Trust Fund and how the Wanafunzi Insurance Agency has come to birth, isn't it? Of course, of course, we always have we drive ourselves by a target. We have a vision to reach 1 billion in insurance sales across the country. This will come together by, of course, consistently training insurance agents and releasing them into the market to come up with those resources to meet this vision. Of course, our mission is to raise about 200 million shillings by the end of the year. We shall get there, of course, if we have as many young people come together and benefit from the platform that exists. Of course, we have strong partnerships with insurance companies. We have partnerships with UAP Insurance Company. We have partnerships with Heritage. We have partnerships with AIG, and a very, very strong partnership with Jubilee Health Insurance Limited for affordable health insurance packages. So if any one of you is looking for products around that range, we definitely have an opportunity for you by having strong partnership with insurance companies to make you earn money as you from your relatives, from your uncles, from any, or whichever strategies that Livingstone has put in place for us that we're learning in school, to just find a way of earning money as much as possible from these partnerships. And then we see a way of getting you to invest as well in this whole pool. One thing I can guarantee you for sure is that we have strong top-down approach from all the insurance companies that have listed. And of course, we are trying to develop as strong partnerships as possible with very big corporate academies like what I've shared with you, CCA. CCA is one of the strongest career development platforms that exist. Livingston is doing an amazing job as the founder, going around institutions, empowering you career-wise. But he's also is trying to plug and see how you can also earn money and also get into the career line of insurance and know the benefits that come in place when you can earn money on campus. That's why now this strong partnership with CCA has come on board, because give me a second. I just want to the network. So I'm sorry about that. So that strong partnership with organizations like CCA come in place to help us get involved and get as many young people like you come on board to take part in this insurance sales. So that's why we have this strong partnership, and that's why we're encouraging as many of you to join this bandwagon, to join in this mission, to join in this vision, to have this be achieved with us. I hope I've given you an overview of what we can achieve. All right. So on to the next, we want to show you the benefit of why Wanafunzi Insurance Agency and why it is intentional for us to get into this partnership, why it is intentional for us to actually have this involvement together. The benefits to the students are very clear. One, entrepreneurship. So many of us, when we finish school, we're going to try looking for jobs, going job hunting, get into the job hunting mode. If we have entrepreneurship as well, if we have entrepreneurship backing, so we are trying to develop a platform in which we create more of entrepreneurs, more of people creating employment than job seeking. Because I can imagine if you're to be able to succeed in this project, you'll be able to earn enough money that you not even want to seek for employment. So this will be a very nice platform for you to actually get involved and get encouraged to go the entrepreneurship route. Secondly, is safeguarding your future after campus. Like you've watched the video very clearly, we are looking for all possible ways of making sure that by the time you're done with campus, you have a unique saving, a pool of savings and investments that you can access and start a business after campus. You can have enough access to resources to survive. If you were to survive for a few months within the campus environment. If you are living in Nairobi currently, you know the cost of living in Nairobi is very high. Will you be able to survive once your sponsors pull out? Once your sponsors, your parents, your guardians pull out from sponsoring you right after campus? So this safeguarding of your future after campus, when all is said and done, and you're asking yourself, what next? You have a pool of resources to actually determine what next for you. Of course, I'm not relying on the parents of after campus for essentials. I can imagine many of you will now want to go back to your parents to look for airtime now, to start calling for jobs interviews, to start checking on your friends. That will not be the case if you have your own resources gathered while you're still in campus, or when immediately after you finish campus. Of course, saving and investing, I can't emphasize enough how much you need to save and invest for your future after campus. So this is an opportunity for you to actually save and invest after campus. Of course, now, once you finish campus and they ask you, how many years of experience do you have? Some of you started with Wanafunzi Insurance Agency from third year can already brag that by the time they finish in fourth year, they have 2 years worth of experience because they have been into the market. They have gone and sold a few premiums. They have the experience that should be put into their CV. You can imagine all these clustered together into an experience that you'll never, and we even will write you recommendation letters right after you go through that sales process and you're performing really well in your sales while in campus, So to the companies, many companies that you involve in or individuals who you interact with will definitely see the professionalism, because I'm sure we are very much learned. We have gone through campus. We will develop a professionalism in the insurance sector, and many people will look at the insurance sector differently as the penetration rate increases. For now, the penetration rate in the insurance sector is about 3%, but I can tell you for certain that if we put our effort together as young people, who form majority of the population currently, we shall see that the professionalism is displayed. And of course, the sector, the whole insurance sector in Kenya gets a better performance in terms of penetration from more than 3%. Of course, we rely on you for timely reminders in case of renewals of the premiums. Individuals and companies will have timely reminders if they're due. If someone's vehicle is due, they will be reminded on time. And then whenever you remind, you get a commission, you know. In case the medical insurance is due, whenever you remind, you get a commission straight away. Of course, customer service, we shall know that the good hands and safe hands with having better customer service. And then I can guarantee you that state-of-the-art technology will be used, because many of you will be using Facebook Business to do the transaction and sales according to the training that has been lined up for you. We can encourage a lot of social media and technology use while you're driving business and driving sales, both for yourself and for the rest around you. I believe this gives you an overview of why the Wanafunzi Insurance Agency, from both the student perspective, you who's going to benefit from this, and of course to the companies and individuals, so that when you are telling a company or an individual take a policy through you, all this, you can list all these comfortably and say that they're contributing to your CV and growth. They also will benefit from professionalism, timely reminders, better customer service, and state-of-the-art technology. All right. Okay, so this is an overview of what we dream about for Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. If you see our target and reach, we're looking at all the 74 campuses and colleges across the country. So you, whichever campus you're joining in from, this gives us an opportunity for you to join the wide pool that we're aiming to target. We're looking at the 2 million university students. And then, of course, we as the Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund, we have a lot of accreditation and board and recommendations from the governing council of all university chairs. If you look at this lady right here, she's called Rachel Masake. Dr. Rachel Masake is a chair of council of Rongo University, but she sits on the board of Wanafunzi, representing all chairs of all university councils. So this blessing from, we have an MOU, a document to actually show that we have blessing from the university council. So whichever university and campus you're in, if you mention to us that you want recognition from the chair level all the way to the VC and DVCs, we shall get that for you, just to show that we have a blessing from the top leadership downwards. Like I told you, the top-down blessing is already there. Of course, the Commission for University Education, Professor Chacha, has already blessed us. He sits on the board of Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund. So it's guaranteed that we have a lot of blessing from the university, from the commission, from the governing council of university chairs. So we are really a platform where we kind of like are here to support you fully. This event here was in Rongo University. We are with the DVC and VC. We went and spoke to over 1,000 students, encouraged them to also join this bandwagon, and also speak to us youth as possible, and where you should actually be a part of this noble initiative. The milestones that we intend to achieve, we intend to have all of you trained, to be trained by the team. We have the insurance camp. When you are allocated to a team, you will be trained. We shall engage you in active selling. We shall review your sales performance. We shall, if you sell and have active selling, we shall even go ahead and motivate you and have gadgets in place to enhance your sales. And then our greatest win is by getting awards for each one of you, by being recognized by the insurance awards at the end of December every year. That's if we attain 1 billion in sales. Definitely we shall be awarded. Definitely we shall organize for holidays, because there are loyalty rewards for best salespeople, and we want Wanafunzi Insurance agents to take up these holiday destinations like Maldives, you know, at the end of it all. So this is a whole journey and trajectory that we expect from here going forward, where you will get trained. We shall begin active selling. We shall review the sales performance. We shall motivate you if the sales performance is extremely well. And of course, the awards and wins are always big for us at the end of the year. Yes, so that gives you an overview of, these are some photos that you can see Kipnetich was encouraging and motivating the students of Jubilee Health Insurance Limited. These are some of the students on the platform currently. This is, of course, the awards right there at the bottom. We intend to award you with gadgets. Once you perform and outperform, You see the blessing from the CEO here of Nairobi Security Exchange. That's Professor Chacha is right here on the far right of this top photo. I've just talked about Rachel Masake. So all this is just showing you the blessing we have from top leadership across the country for this initiative. And it's available for you to actually take up, utilize fully, and benefit the most out of. Of course, this is a holiday destination that we dream about, Maldives, if we perform. And here we aim to see many of your faces on this call receiving insurance awards. So that is it from me. I hope I've been of great support to you. We shall share with you how you can join. We expect you to join this and smile like these students here who are benefiting the most from this partnership. And we hope you also have some photos to actually acknowledge and smile as well with us as we go through this journey together. I'll hand it back now over. I've tried to be as brief as possible. I'll hand it back to now through the rest of the part of the program, but I hope I've been of encouragement to many of you. And I'm also available for questions. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Daniel. Really, we appreciate your time and coming to have this discussion with us. And for those who are joining us, we had a discussion with Daniel Ochieng, who is the CEO of Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. Wanafunzi Insurance Agency operating within Wanafunzi Investment Trust within the Strathmore Business School. We have a huge partnership with Strathmore to be able to support students' growth. And in my area of supporting career development, we realize students also need money, and Wanafunzi comes in handy. So I'm glad to be associated with them, and we work together to ensure we are able to grow. So other than selling and making money, what else stands our way so that I can mention them before I start answering questions? Should you have any question, feel free to type, or should you want to speak, you can raise your hand, then we give you a chance, but I'll prefer if we can type the questions. So what stands your way if you join this program? One, you'll be able to get mentorship from the industry leaders. So as you work, you become a professional, you'll be able to interact with professionals. We are lining up so many professionals from the insurance industry who will give you different training, different sessions, so that you are able to come out an accomplished person by the end of the time. Insurance is the fastest growing industry in terms of employment. For your statistics, we have less than 100 students who graduated a degree in insurance. But what happens in the job market? We have 43 banks who have also started bank assurance. We have SACCOs, more than 200 of them who are doing SACCO assurance. We have microfinance institutions, including credit-only companies who are also doing bank assurance. We have insurance companies, more than 52 in Kenya, who are doing insurance from all levels. With this experience in sales, then it opens you a window to be able to grow in the insurance industry. So the vision of Corporate Career Academy in all these partnerships is to ensure that by the time you leave college and you are now out here, you are able to get a job. You are able to get a job, you are able to be placed somewhere, you have the right experience and the right skills, you have developed the right attitude. We have also partnered with organizations that will also be able to train you with the digital skills, so that by the time you are done with college, you not only have your education, you have the skills, you have the experience, you have the training to be able to succeed in your next career. So if there's any question, we'll wish to give room for questions. I've not seen any on the chat, but I wish to appreciate those who have joined the call. So should you have any question, I give room for questions.